Hey there, fellow Scorpios. What's in store for us for the month of April? This is your monthly crystal ball scrying and tarot card reading on Esoteric Tales and Tarot. Gosh, I know one thing that is coming is a full moon in our sign right at the end of the month, and we're wedged between. This is Easter Day as well, Easter Sunday. If you're celebrating Easter, happy Easter. I've eaten too much chocolate already. There is this eclipse season going on. Our manifesting time is now. We need to really get on board, Scorpio, because we have our own full moon at the end of April. We'd be silly not to take advantage now and shed the old skin of whatever's going on that's not serving us and discard it before the solar eclipse that is coming on the 8th of April. So getting rid of anything that's not serving us. Go to my little shorts, my manifesting videos, if you need some inspiration, because we're just doing a little list and putting something in each day, even if it's 10 minutes, half an hour, where you're just getting rid of some old energy, some old thought patterns, and putting something new that you want to create or head towards, the kinds of things that you want to manifest for 2024, noting it down and keeping each other to account so that we can exponentially grow our energy there. So we're doing some manifesting our empires. So Scorpio, there's been this heavy kind of feeling like uncomfortable with change. I've felt this like it's like a feeling as though, okay, I'm at the point where I need to make a maneuver now. Like I do need to change. And I think some of us Scorpios have pushed ourselves right to that edge, and it's like we're looking over the cliff and we know that there's a big safety net at the bottom, but we won't kind of jump off and have the faith that everything's going to be okay. And when that happens, Scorpios can turn into the nasty side where they're just there stinging themselves with their own tail and lashing out at the injustice of it all, or whatever we can go into. So don't do that dark kind of Scorpio energy. Get embracing in the death and rebirth and go, okay, this Scorpio has gotten to this smaller scorpion has got to the edge of its shell. Scorpios have this hard outer shell and they're soft on the inside, and they actually do shed their outer shell, and they need to grow into a new bigger scorpion. So we're at that point now where we have to come out of the old energy. We have to draw in the new. So be careful with the way you communicate. It's Mercury retrograde. It always affects us Scorpios. It always affects us with technology. We know about transportation. We know it ruins our day when we've left things to the last minute. Our calendars are going to be all over the place if we're disorganized. So try to get into our higher selves, Scorpio. Know that the energy is really topsy-turvy for April. But if you're aware of it, you can avoid all of it. You can get your calendar out. You can note down, okay, I need to add an extra 15 minutes as well to my time to get anywhere. And it'll avoid me getting into that stressful scenario where I'm short-tempered and everyone's emotional and I add to it. Think about how you could arrive early, go and grab a coffee, cup of tea, go for a walk around the block, visit a park before you start work, things like that. Speaking of work, I felt like there was changes. There's a point where you need to again shed the skin and head in a new direction, but again there feels like there's this hesitancy, or I don't have enough, or I haven't studied enough, or I don't have what I need. And you do, Scorpio. You've got everything you need, and it's time to, the crystal ball was just showing me, just start, just move forward and go in that direction. And have some lightheartedness about you, Scorpio, because it just feels like this dense energy is not serving Scorpions at all. So this kind of, be careful of the way you are speaking or acting towards other people, because it can be so sharp this month. And you're feeling as though Five of Pentacles, the first one to jump out here in the Light Seers tarot deck here. And it's feeling like you're left out in the cold and all forlorn and going into this sort of victim mentality, like, oh, poor me, I'm cold and it's outside. Yet the giant key is here to the big wooden door to let you inside to the warmth and where the pentacles are hanging, where you've got the abundance, but it's almost like, oh, change is here. I don't know what's behind the door. I think what's behind the door is going to be a whole lot better than where you're sitting. So, the unknown, just have that delight about it. Have it as the adventure. The unknown is going to be where you wanted to go all along. So we've got the Five of Pentacles and then the Four of Pentacles, the classic miser card. So here we go, Scorpio, where you're clutching onto your purse, worried about the funds and how much you're going to have. And classic miser, you're almost hiding your money from the marketplace that's down here, where you could be just enjoying yourself, thinking someone's going to take my things, or I need more, or I'm going to hide this. And, in the original Rider-Waite deck, the man is sitting on his chest of, like, he's got his coins sitting on the floor and he's clutching onto one, and then there's one giant coin above his head and he can't even see that more is going to be able to drop down from heaven if he just would release. And don't be thinking just get present, Scorpio. That was something else that I saw in the crystal ball too. You're all over the place, going forward, worrying about what you won't have, and if I do that, I'm not going to have enough money, or I won't be able to afford this. Or stay in the now. Like, have a look at what you've got. You've got plenty enough. Scorpios normally have the rainy day funds. They've got enough, and going into panic mode is lack mentality, where it will disappear from you. The Hermit card coming in here, beautiful energy for us to be around. So Virgo type energy going within, could be the Virgo sign relevant because we've got pentacle cards here, or could be a Capricorn or Taurus energy too. But meditating, taking the pathway to the change, that's illuminated, and it's going to end up bringing you up higher, Scorpio. So like I said, that feeling as though you're at the edge of the cliff, but really all that's going to happen when you hit the safety net is that the path will be illuminated straight here up to, everything you've wanted, everything you've been dreaming of. And, dragging people down with you in the panic is not going to be helpful at all. Notice that Scorpio, they're on their own in each of the things, and very capable of making your own way up the pathway, doing well by staying in solitude and still being able to be abundant. I missed a message as well, and they're coming through to tell me it now. There was a song, I felt like it was more for a masculine Scorpio that's listening in, but it was the song Flame Trees by Cold Chisel. And it's talking about going back to like a small town or back to a place. And I think it's relevant to do with the Mercury retrograde and having people from the past that sometimes show back up and things returning. And listen to the lyrics of that song, because all of it, anyone who this resonates with this message. But Flame Trees by Cold Chisel, Jimmy Barnes kind of lead singer in that band from Australia, but it's a one where it's talking about the place being the same and everything in its place, except they're missing somebody that's not going to be there. So that could be relevant as well, and why you're feeling like you've been left out in the cold and you're not kind of closing out something to move into a new cycle as well. It's like you're looking back at a past relationship and just not letting it go, Scorpio, when it's time, because you've got new opportunities awaiting you. And also, I don't feel like you're brave enough to sort of talk about your feelings. Here we go, Five of Cups, which has come out for just about every sign. I'm not even joking. It's nearly on absolutely everybody's. This whole thing, this is classic. There's clearly moon and eclipse energy that's coming in here when this just flies out, because it's that whole feeling emotional, feeling like, oh, everything's been tipped out. I mean, Five of Cups and Five of Pentacles are super related, your fives, and really together they make a 10. But it's looking at these cups that have tipped out and then almost seeing this one that had emotions in it and then putting your foot in it. Literally be careful not to put your foot in it as well and say something you shouldn't have, and spilling out stuff, spilling out all the beauty and the magic and the goodness, and then watching it and kind of going, oh, it's all spilled out, but you're doing it yourself, self-sabotage. And here is a perfectly magical cup full of everything you need, full of everything from the stars. And you had two that were full, but because three were tipped out, you thought, oh, I'm just going to tip it out. I can't, that kind of thing. And we've got to just not do that, because, what's in one cup there, what's left is enough. It's enough to you've already got the key to the door. You've already got the purse full with coins ready for the market. You're here, you're in a higher up place. You can see things from a higher perspective. You actually are just going into your head, and it's not, here we go, going into your head, Four of Swords. And it's not the energy that you need, because, here we go. The Four of Swords is feeling like you need rest after it could be that you're feeling unwell as well, Scorpio, like you've had illness too, and feeling, it could be pain, muscular pain. It could be actually that you've been sick lately as well, or that could be something that comes in the month of April. So watch out for your health. And, when you go into these blue kind of moods, that's when we attract, we attract this rundown system, which, lends us to having colds and everything. The Hierophant is here though. We've got, it's being presided on from up above, like that path I was talking about, being illuminated, where you can just go forward. I always feel like this is Taurus energy, grounded stuff calling to us. And it's funny because it's landing underneath the Hermit. So underneath your miser card is where your illness is, your fours. Look at this for patterns. You want to see something. Here we go. Five of Pentacles with Five of Cups. Sad, left out in the cold, depressed, not having enough. Four of Pentacles, Four of Swords, 4 and 4, here and here, miser and making yourself ill with worry. Then we've got our major arcanas, the Hermit and the Hierophant, showing us the way. The path is there. Just take the divine guidance and, head there. You're mad not to. Let's see what's on the bottom of our deck here. And here we go. We've got the Three of Wands. Take the journey. Grab your surfboard. Head off. Step over the cliff. The water, it's there. That you're going to be caught in the most amazing adventure. The passion is there that you're going to need. It's the way to go. Go without fear. Stop freaking out, Scorpio. It's just the usual for us. It's death and rebirth. It's a change in energy. It's time to move on. It's gone stale, and you need to move it along. Your loved ones are guiding you from above. You never are alone, guiding you up the path. So this is from the Angel Wishes Debbie Malone deck here. So let's pick something from the Lovers Oracle, the Toni, Carmine, Salerno artwork here, and see what message that we have from there, Scorpio, because it's not serving us to hang around in blue energy. We can really shake up our own system by just letting stuff go that, the change, it needs to happen. We're done here. We need to shift it along. Tried that, didn't work. Time to shift it along. Look at this. Can I just say, how amazing are the cards? Totally two different decks, and there's never any mistakes. So this is where you're stuck at the moment. And it's okay to pause and take a rest, but you're going to have to come out of it and take the leap here. After your time in solitude, you'll need to be brave and walk up that path. it is important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone. Instead of placing your focus on another, now is the time to give to yourself. Yeah, thank you. That is good, because again, this is that looking backwards and not enough and lack. And you actually have everything you need to get going and go forward. And you have to do this journey on your own. You have to step into the new cycle, and then, you know, your tribe will be there, the people that are around to help you. And you've got help. Your loved ones are guiding you from above. So, you know that you're protected and in your little cocoon. You're going to be perfectly fine, Scorpio. Of course, I know you so well, so I have faith. Yes, give yourself the space and time during the Mercury retrograde. Manifest letting go of things, and so that we can get on this brilliant path. You know, that's all coming up with our solar eclipse. Check out my other videos and come on board and write on our little list, and, you know, carry along with me so that we get our energy just perfect to go into the rest of 2024. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, subscribing. Please pop a comment and let me know how you're going and how this resonated. And I'll catch up with you again soon. Looking forward to our full moon at the end of the month, Scorpio. We're going to be able to smash this. We'll have a great time. Thanks. See you.